China will be ready to invade Taiwan in the next 3 years. That's what the commander of U.S. forces in the Indo-Pacific is telling lawmakers. That warning coming during 2 days of back-to-back testimony before the House and Senate Armed Services Committees. And it comes amid conflicting reports that U.S. forces are training with their Taiwanese counterparts on a small group of islands just a few miles off the Chinese mainland. NewsNation's Connell live on Capitol Hill. So, Joe, what more are we learning?
Well, the reports are that the United States has a presence now, a true presence in those outer Taiwanese islands. And certainly that news is not going to be welcomed in China. That is perceived as a threat. Now, today, again, we heard from the top commanders in the Indo-Pacific region, specifically Admiral Aquilino, who testified today before a Senate committee. And he didn't deny that the American troops were there and do regular training missions with the Taiwanese. What he took issue with is that this was a permanent presence. He said it is not. And that is an important distinction there. Nonetheless, this is something that does appear to be a step further in what many already consider to be a Cold War between the world's two large superpowers in China and the United States. And I want you to take a listen to just how seriously Admiral Aquilino described the stakes of what could be a potential conflict between China and the United States should it come to that. Here's what he said.
But what we all have to understand is we haven't faced a threat like this since World War II. Okay, the largest military, again, as Senator Wicker said, the world's largest Navy, soon to be the world's largest Air Force. So the magnitude, scope, and scale of this security challenge cannot be understated.
And he and the general there, who was there, locked camera, also talked about how they see the threat from Russia and from Vladimir Putin in Ukraine right now as a real test of how the United States is going to be perceived in China. They said nobody is watching what happens in Ukraine closer than Xi Jinping and his allies in Beijing, meaning that if the United States continues to support Ukraine, in their view, that would be the biggest deterrence to the Chinese and a potential invasion in Taiwan. Something that's not new. We've heard that notion before, but it is always important when we hear it from the top commanders in the Indo-Pacific region there. One more thing that I also thought was interesting is as they were talking about the regular threats that we're getting from North Korea and from China, they also got a number of questions from senators about AI technology and about TikTok as well. And both of them said that in a situation where you've got TikTok on the phones of a number of American users, they saw that as a perceived threat. They said that the Chinese Communist government there is very aware of using technology, using communication systems and apps that Americans use every day to, in some cases, try to conduct espionage, in others, try to conduct influence operations. So something that they are certainly aware of and watching, as well as that issue continues to make its way through Congress. Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.